Shri Sainathaya Namaha. Divine Leelas of Saibaba, Episode 11. We'll hear some of the experiences now in this episode as well of Baba's some intimate devotees. The first experience is of Mr. Keshav M. Gavankar. Mr. Keshav was staying with his parents in Mumbai, and when he was 7 years, he fell sick very seriously. He underwent many treatments but was not cured. His condition was getting bad day by day. Pus was getting collected in his chest. The child was in deathbed. At that time, a devotee of Baba by the name Galvankar, who was son-in-law of Hemant Pant and was staying in front of their house, suggested the boy's parents to pray to Baba and take an oath. The boy's aunt, who was present, took oath that if the boy was recovered, she will come to Shiridi with the whole family and give pedas. The next day, the boy's parents saw that the fever had come down and there was a hole in the chest and pus was coming out. After some time, the doctor came and gave some medicines, and after some days, Keshav was totally cured. Only the mark of the hole was visible. After 5 years in the year 1918, when he was studying in class 5 in the Marathi school along with his family, he went to Shiridi with his family with a bag of pedas. They all went to Dwarkamai for Baba's darshan and presented the peda to Baba. Baba took 6 pedas and gave it to Keshav and kept the rest with him and started eating. Shama, who was sitting near, asked Baba, "Deva, what is this? You are eating all the pedas by yourself," pointing out on Keshav's auntie, and said, "This mother has kept me starving for 5 whole years." Then Baba told Keshav to sit near him and moved his divine hands on his back with great love and asked for dakshina of 2 paisa. Keshav could not understand at that time. Then Shama said to Keshav to say to Baba that you have given the dakshina and you accepted it. Baba accepted the words of Keshav and removed his kafni and gave it to Keshav. Then Shama told Baba that Keshav is too young to accept your prasad. Hence, I shall preserve it and give it to him at once he is grown up, Baba. Then Baba accepted and gave the kafni to Shama. Shama presented the kafni and handed it over to Keshav when he grew up at the correct time. During the time of their return, all the family members prostrated to Baba. Keshav also did the same. Baba waved his hand and called Keshav near him. Baba held Keshav's hand and made him sit next to him, and with love he slapped Keshav slowly. Keshav's head was spinning though, and he could not understand what was happening in his whole body. He was shivering. Then Baba held his head and made him touch Baba's feet. Then Baba applied udi on his forehead and told, "Allah will do good to you." Keshav's Guru Bahu Maharaj went to Shirdi in 1914, who had given Baba 2 rupees. Baba asked him for 2 rupees and said, "I will send you one of my son by the name of Keshav, whom you need to take care." By the grace of Guru, Keshav learned to read the holy Granths. Time passed and Keshav became a doctor, but never forgot Baba. He used to do Annadan according to his earnings. In 1939, Baba came in his dream and said the bakri got in begging is very tasty. Then Keshav organized an Annadan for 250 to 300 people on Ram Navami, and also who came had stomach full of food prior to Annadan. Keshav offered the bhakri to Baba, then a piece was kept in front of Baba and the rest was distributed as prasad. Surprising thing is that after 35 years, the pace of bhakri offered to Baba is still fresh and not spoiled, or ants have not even touched it. Isn't this a beautiful Leela that Keshav Gavankar experienced with Baba? The second Leela is the experience of Mr. Tarkhad and his family. Saibaba's Sandalwood Mandir. As described earlier, the visits of Tarkhad family members to Shiridi had increased. Their love for Baba was on the rise like the waxing of the moon of first fortnight. Although they felt like being at Baba's feet in Shirdi all the time, which in any case was not possible, they developed a strong desire to have a big size photo which could be put to worship in their residence at Bandra. The idea behind was when they were away from Shirdi, they should not forget Baba. That is, out of sight is out of mind. Both father and son had a peculiar nature that they would never speak about their love towards Baba. They had immense faith in him. They knew that he is Antaryami, who can accurately read their mind and will surely organize to fulfill their desire at an appropriate time. As such, Baba's two main teachings were Shraddha and Saburi. On one early morning, Baba Saheb and Jyotindra had a dream. They saw a beautiful carved mandir and Baba sitting in it. The dream had deep impression on their mind. They got up and drew the sketch of the same. As such, they both were very good at drawing. When they came to the breakfast table, they exchanged their thoughts about the dream of the morning. They bought their sketches and were astonished to see that the sketches matched in total. There was not even a slightest difference in both of their sketches. They instantly decided to have such a mandir in their house. They made inquiries and purchased sandalwood. They appointed an expert carpenter and showed him the sketch of the mandir and requested him to carve out one of them. Their Bandra residence had a small terrace and the mandir making began over there. I think it took more than a year for the mandir to take final shape. At the end of it, 9 feet tall and 21 and a half feet square sandalwood mandir was ready. Well, they were in dilemma from where to acquire Baba's portrait now, which can be put for worshipping in that mandir. Dear readers, you must be aware that Baba never allowed anyone to photograph him by a camera. Hence, to get his portrait was a big task. But Tarkhads were confident that the dream was Baba's creation and he will therefore fulfill the same. As per their habit, one Friday afternoon they visited Chor Bazaar in Mumbai. They would dress up in a fixed attire. That is, Baba Saheb would be dressed in coat and trousers with an English hat, and Jyotindra also in coat and trousers with a black colored Gandhi cap on his head. While they were going around in lanes of Chor Bazaar, something unique happened. one Muslim shopkeeper came shouting at them and said, "Hey gentlemen, all these days I am looking forward to meet you, as I have a parcel for you in my shop." Baba Sahib and Jotindra were taken aback and were worried that the shopkeeper might dump some stolen article on them. They questioned him that how could he select them out of so many people. The shopkeeper then requested them to move to his shop first, where he can explain everything to them. On reaching his shop, he informed them that a few days ago one saintly looking elderly gentleman came to his shop and handed over one parcel to him. He told him that on Friday one Hindu father and son are coming to this place. Father wears an English hat and son wears a Gandhi cap. He handed over one parcel for them and also paid rupees 50 as service charge. I was therefore keeping watch on the people moving in pairs and located you rightly so. They were then beginning to get convinced by his explanation. He then bought the parcel and handed over to them. But they were still doubtful about the stolen material, so they made him open the parcel before taking the delivery of it. He unpacked the parcel and it was a black and white portrait of Lord Sai, enclosed in a nice wooden photo frame. Both of them were in tears, and they confirmed to the shopkeeper that it is their parcel indeed. They profusely thanked him and offered to pay some money in return. But the shopkeeper declined to accept any money, as he had strict instructions from that saintly elderly gentleman, who is none other than Baba. They used to travel in a Studebaker champion car, and they could carry the photo frame safely to Bandra. They had another pleasant experience, as the photo frame fitted exactly in the Sandalwood Mandir without calling for any alteration. The entire Tarkhad family was overwhelmed with joy which had no bounds. They then consecrated Saibaba's photo in the Sandalwood Mandir. My father used to religiously get up early morning, and at 5 a.m. he would perform the puja by applying sandalwood paste to Baba's forehead and lighting a lamp and scented sticks. Sugar cubes were offered as prasad, which they all used to consume at lunchtime. Now they all were eagerly waiting for their next trip to Shiridi. As usual, they entered the Dwarkamai and presented their offerings to Baba. He told them to be seated over there. One of the Sai devotees, who was stationed in Shirdi and was frantically trying to take out a camera photo of Sai Baba for past few days now and was unsuccessful, he came to Baba and requested for the last try. Baba suddenly became angry and shouted at him and said, "Hey, what are you craving? For my photo? Why do you crave? Please go to my bhau's place and you will find me alive in that photograph in his mandir." No sooner my father heard this, they were more than pleased for what all they had done in their house. Baba was confirming that he is receiving their worship daily. My father immediately got up and prostrated in front of Baba. My father prayed to Lord Sai internally, stating that he may be granted such a grant that he shall never be able to forget Sai and shall keep singing only his prayers and nothing but his prayers. Hechi dan dega deva tuza visarana bhava. So this is the way Shirdi Sai Baba got himself consecrated into Sandalwood Mandir at Tarkhad's residence. This mandir is available for darshan at the residence of Virendra Tarkhat's late brother Ravindra at Vasai. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha.